also been really, really rewarding to see our team come together. As you guys might remember, the gala got canceled last year, literally the night before it was supposed to happen. A lot of you were attending, and we're so supportive, responsive, and still just donating your ticket charges if you had to go virtual months later. But your support means the world to us and lets us do what our amazing staff has to do. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight. And now I want to introduce our keynote speaker, who is incredible for being here. Thank you, Norma. On October 28th, 2007, this is a really important story. On October 28th, 2007, Norma Peterson's sister-in-law, Stacy Peterson, went missing. And the journey her family has experienced since that day has run the gamut. It has just been in the last few years that Norma has been able to talk about her family's experiences. Dealing with the media and the press was an experience in itself. Not to mention the general public's attitude toward the family of the suspect, a scenario Norma would not wish on anyone. It's Norma's hope that in discussing her experiences, she may be able to change the perception for the families of those convicted or suspected of heinous crimes, such as her brother-in-law, Drew Peterson. For the past several years, Norma has worked passionately and tirelessly to bring awareness to the existence of the evidentiary abuse affidavit, which is a viable tool for victims of domestic violence, law enforcement, and the judicial system. Norma also assists victims create their own EAA, as it's called, and Curly works with local law enforcement and state legislators to establish this in their protocol when working with victims of domestic violence. She recently appeared on Crime Watchers Daily and is soon to be on Dateline NBC, which filmed her speech given at the 2016 Share Luncheon. Her volunteerism, her passion, strength, and work on behalf of women, the Share Fox Valley Committee unanimously selected Norma Peterson as the woman of power, but she has done way, way more. Please help me welcome Norma Peterson.
Round of applause for all of you for taking the time and the effort. Thank you to all of you. As Kathy had told you, what I am is the sister-in-law to missing Bolingbrook mother, Stacy Peterson. On October 28th, we will be 14 years without my sister-in-law. We to this day still search for her. We miss her and we love her. We will never stop searching for her to bring her home. When I found out that they were going to have this ball this evening, I reached out to both Michelle and to Kathy to ask, could I speak? Would I be able to come to the ball? Because I had been so much in awe of the work that Mutual Ground has done in the community. And I wanted to be able to not only share my story, but to share what Mutual Ground has meant for me personally. When they said black and white wall, it's like in black and white, when we're raised, we're told things are black and white. It's that simple. Truth, lies, So when we're growing up, we're told these things, that it is just these two, black and white. But what we find as we get older and we get into relationships, into school, into our professions, we find out that life isn't really lived in the black and white. It's lived in the parts in between. Those gray parts. Those gray parts are where most of us reside. There is no true happiness, true darkness. Where most of us are is living our lives somewhere in between. We try to stay towards the light, but sometimes life brings us circumstances that take us into a very dark place. I wound up in one of those dark places after my sister-in-law went missing. reached out to Mutual Ground, to Michelle Meyer in particular. And she was there to help with services, with speaking to me, with offering anything that Mutual Ground had that could be of help to me to navigate this darkness. Because she realized that Mutual Ground has so much to offer these people. When you are in this darkness, you don't realize what's out there for you. You're so busy navigating your daily life, just trying to survive, that you don't think about, where do I go for help? How do I get out of this? How do I stop feeling like this? Where can I go for help? Mutual Ground, Breaking Free, their staff, all their volunteers, their board. There isn't anyone there that isn't there to offer the services that are available, to make you feel welcome, to make you feel as though you belong, as though there isn't anything that they won't help you with. It helps you to get through those times when it seems like you're just not sure. Black and white really isn't how life is. But this evening what we have is a mission that is black and white. It's just that simple. With your time, your effort, your resources, you all are able to help Mutual Ground in their mission to bring light to people like me. And I cannot thank you enough on behalf of victims that you come here tonight. You share your time, your effort, your goodwill, and your resources. Because let me tell you, as someone who has taken advantage of these, I cannot even begin to tell you how grateful I am. And so I am grateful to all of you here today, because in coming here, you are helping victims to do just that. To walk out of that darkness and to come back into the light where everyone really should be. It's really what we all want for each other. We want to be in the light. Thank you guys so much for being a part of that. Because if we didn't have resources such as these, there's no telling how many more people would fall through those cracks. And because you're here and because of the resources that they have, we're able to go after those. Like I said, in going through all of this, I wouldn't wish this on anyone. No one ever wants bad things to happen. But when you do, it's great to know that there are places like Mutual Ground and Breaking Free and the people that work within them that are available for you. So again, my thanks to you for being here this evening. My thanks to everyone who works on behalf of Mutual Ground and Breaking Free for everything that they do. I cannot thank you enough. And thank all of you again for being here and for participating in the raffles and watching how much money just got raised up here is amazing. How many services that will help to provide will be enormous. So just know that every one of you has an influence. Every one of you has the ability to make that light brighter for Mutual Ground and for victims like me. Thank you so much.